What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, hey, hey. All right, y'all. What's going on? What's up? All right. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I've had a hat on all day, y'all. Today was Santa hat day at work, and so I've had a hat on my head all day. So what's up? What's up? What's up? First of all, let me get into my chat. I don't know if I have a mod. I gotta get a troll real quick. But I hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Let me get into my chat, y'all. And then I will do my greetings and salutations to everyone. Hey, Joshua. I will get to everybody in a quick second. Hold on, y'all. Yep, let me get this. All right. Had to get that troll. All right. There they go. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. All right. Let me say hi to everybody. I had a troll in the chat. I had to get them real quick. What's up, Lock Queen? Hey, China White. Hey, Alf Mac. I think that name is new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Lady Libra. Yolanda. Hey, keep it cute. Brandon, Xavier. Hey, Joshua again. Monique and Tracy. And shout out to all my members that are lit up in green. Hey, Brianna. Finally caught a few lives in a row. I know that's right, girl. What's up? What's up? So, hey to all my members who are lit up in green, y'all. Listen. Woo, 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 woo. Let's get into this. Love and Marriage Huntsville. What's up, Keisha? Let's get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, honey, and let's get into the ins and the outs. What's up, Quintessential? Hey, Star Bell. No, it's been pretty rough in Kentucky. Y'all keep my pastor and family in your prayers. He lost their, oh no, they lost their son and daughter-in-law and four. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh, I am. Oh my gosh. Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. And I do want to send a special prayer to all those that were affected. I have some friends in the area, and thank God they were spared. You know, I had to call and check on them or text and check on them. And they're good. So I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I mean, are you okay and your family okay? Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that. And if any, if there are any local organizations that are taking up collections or taking up donations, please email me that information and I will post it. Okay. Yana, if there are any like local organizations, churches, that personally, I mean, we can always give to, United Way and all that stuff, but I like to be a little more personal if I can be. So please let me know. Our kids do go back to school tomorrow, but so many lost everything. Yes, my whole family is safe and accounted for. Well, thank God for that. Um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, definitely want to keep. Definitely want to keep that in prayer. That was so like out of nowhere, like a December. That's so crazy. Quintessential. If you want to give me that information, if you guys are taking like online donations or something like that, please let me know. I'll post that as well. And like I said, Yana, if you any local, if your church or any local places are collecting, please let me know. Um, yeah, I'm kind of surprised the kids are going back to school tomorrow. Like you would think that, yeah, that's. I'll be honest with you. If I was in charge of the school district, I would just be like, "We'll see y'all next year." Like I would just be like, just see y'all next year. But ain't nobody got me in charge of nothing. It was we had 2 touchdowns in less than 2 weeks. My God. Yeah. Definitely keeping this in prayer. Definitely keeping it in prayer. Um, yeah. So we will be having a drawing today. This will be the 12 days of Christmas number. I done lost count, y'all. I'm gonna have to go back and make sure I keep up. Um, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be number 6. So this will be the 12 days of Christmas, day 6 giveaway. Well, not day. Well, yeah, number 6 giveaway. So we'll do that at the end. Yes, it's not as bad in the city schools, but it would be easier to see the needs and feed the kids if they are in school. Well, I guess that's true too with the kids, but they could just as easily just open up the schools to feed the kids. And the reason why I say that is because again, I'm always thinking as a teacher, um, there were teachers who were probably affected as well. There were teachers who were probably, you know, need to take care of some business and may or may not have family members affected. I understand that part of it though. I do understand that part to make sure that the kids are, getting resources, but they could just open up the schools and say we're going to provide breakfast and lunch. You know what I'm saying? But that's me thinking like a teacher. So, was authentically young. Hey, I'm saying was. I said, hey, authentically young. What's up, Gina? Gina, I need to know who I need to send this money to. Do I send it to you? I'll be thinking about stuff and then I get off of here and I forget. Let me know who I need to send this money to. Hey, what's up? Nefesa's daughter, Nefesa. I hope I say that right. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're gonna entertain you for a little while, Yana. Hopefully, get your mind off of some things. Oh, and I did go to my PO box, and thank you. Somebody did. Well, not somebody. This was L Love. L Love sent me something, but I'm gonna hold on to unless she wants me to open it now. I'm gonna hold on to it for Christmas and put this with my little Christmas gifts because I don't. You look. The older you get, the less Christmas gifts you get. So I'm gonna add this to my little Christmas gifts. I have me something to open up. Um, had me something to open up. But if she wants me to open it up now, I will. But if not, I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to it for Christmas. Um as a Christmas gift. Okay. All right. And speaking of which, let me go ahead and drop my wish list. Let me drop my wish list. Y'all told me to go ahead and do a wish list, so I did a wish list. So let me go on and drop my wish list, and then we're gonna get into this. So Saturday night we had part 2 of the Someone needs to check on Much Love. You know what? I'm gonna reach out to Spillet Boy because he knows how to get in touch with her. I'm gonna reach out to him. Do private videos for the super chat count towards watch hours? Just curious. Does private videos for the super chat? I don't know what that means for the super chat, Markel. Do private videos count towards watch hours? That's a good question. I think so, as long as people are watching them. I don't know what that means for the super chat though. I don't know what that part means. But I think, yeah, I think if people are watching them, that's watch hours. Yeah. But double check. I don't know, but I think so. So like if you're making private videos and you're sending the links out and people are watching them, I think it still counts. And y'all make sure y'all are subscribed to Markel Logan's channel. You know, he's got some new show. He got new shows coming out, new things going on over there. Y'all make sure y'all get subscribed. I'm gonna drop that link in a minute. So listen, Saturday night. I don't know, Joshua. I do not know. That's a good question. I don't know. I know she does a lot of gaming now. She does a lot of gaming, but I don't know. So Saturday night we had part 2 of the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. And let me say this to you guys about that. The Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion is killing it. Like, honestly, Carlos, you are definitely a great host. I mean, Andy needs to take some pointers. Andy needs to take some pointers from Carlos, because Carlos is playing no games. And I will say this, I think a lot of people, you know, we know that Carlos and Melody have a really great relationship, but I mean, he's not sparing her. And what I mean by that is we spent a lot of time on her and Martel's marriage. We spent a lot of time. Well, we're going to get to that in a few minutes because Aryan's name came up a lot. Little baby. Oh, I do have a mod in here. Little baby, when you get a chance, can you drop Markel's link to his channel for me, please? And with that being said, you guys, he definitely did not hold any punches. And I think that we had a really good reunion. But as a result of that reunion, child, World War III has erupted. So let's talk a little bit about the reunion, and then we're going to talk about what has been happening after the reunion, honey. We're going to talk about the consequences and repercussions of the reunion. Yeah, I'm talking about my dues. I'm talking about for the court, though. I'm talking about my dues. Do me a favor. When you get a chance, text me who I need to send the money to and how much I need to send for the court. Please and thank you. So let's talk. I got a few notes. I don't have all my notes, but I got a few notes from the other night, child. Let me talk about my notes. We'll put my notes in. Okay, that's another show. All right, let's talk a little bit about this. Okay. I never liked or trusted Marceau. That man is the devil. Ooh. Joshua don't like Marceau either. Okay. That's because Carlos is a viewer as well as a producer. Yeah. Carlos was definitely here for the assignment. Like, he definitely understood the assignment and he was here for it. And I'm appreciative of it because I think it's a great reunion so far. Both part 1 and part 2 was really good, and I feel like part 3 is going to be even better. It looks like next week we have the moms come in, and next week we're going to get into the relationships with the women. And so I'm here for all of that. Now, although I do think, thank you, little baby, I think they kind of let Tiffany off the hook a little bit now, unless we're going to double back around to it next week. I feel like they let her off the hook with that whole, did you get fired from the Chamber of Commerce? And she was like, no. But see, you know, people like to play games. She made her resign. I think the better question should have been, do you still work for the chamber? And I wonder if she doesn't still work for the chamber. It's probably a story there, but we'll get into that. We'll get to that. So we start the reunion off kind of where we left off last week with that little cliffhanger of a question where Carlos asked Martel if you had met. I'm gonna call that woman Aryan. I ain't gonna call her coleslaw. I'm gonna call her Aryan. Okay, Aryan. Is her name Aryan or Aryan? Child. Anyway. Maybe I should call her coleslaw if I'm gonna get her name wrong. But anyway, if you had met her first, would you have ever married Melody? And he hesitated. You could hear a pin drop. And I think part of that was for effect. Like, I think Martel absolutely knew what he was doing in that moment. I don't think he was thinking. I don't think he was pondering over the question. I think he absolutely knows. He absolutely knows what, and the reality is, I think the answer is no. I don't think. All right, y'all, we about to have a real grown folk conversation, okay? And let me preface this, what I'm getting ready to say, with I am not condoning or excusing any bad behavior. I'm explaining from my point of view what the bad behavior is. Let me say that one more time. I am not condoning or excusing any bad behavior. I am explaining from my point of view. So here's why I say that Martel still would not have married that woman. My opinion. Martel was looking for a come up. People like Martel, men like Martel, because not all men are like this, but men like Martel. Melody fit the mold. Melody knew how to speak. Melody knew how to carry herself. Melody was as ambitious as he was. Melody was the person, you hear him say it. I molded you. I created this. I provided the opportunities. I got you out that classroom. You were just a teacher. In Martel's mind, my opinion, Melody was the woman that he could have on his arm and be that arm candy. They could be that power couple. They could be just what we saw season 1. If Melody, and Martel is still mad about that. You hear it in everything he says. He's angry that Melody allowed the affair to ruin this life that they had created for themselves. Because in his mind, he don't get it. He still doesn't get it. And so the reason why I say I still don't think he would have married Aryan if he had met her first is because she's not, from what I know, and I don't know this woman personally, I'm just going by what we've seen. I'm going by her grammar, just things like that. I don't think he would have married her because she was not, in Martel's mind, that power, the person that could be his power couple. I just don't believe he respects her like that. Do I think he loves her? Yes. Do I think he clearly has feelings for her, and he clearly can't keep himself away from her because he absolutely jeopardized his relationship for it, his marriage for it, and his family for it. But do I think that in Martel's mind, love is not enough? If Martel could have continued living the double life, Martel would have continued to live the double life. Period. And Melody could say what she wants to say, but I think Melody would have continued to play that game with Martel for a little bit longer. Now, I'm not saying that eventually she wouldn't have walked away, because I think eventually she would have walked away. But Melody would have kept playing that game with Martel. Because the one thing Marceau said, he said that a couple of episodes ago when they had that big argument in the conference room, and Melody was like, I'm fine. I don't understand what the problem is. I'm fine. And Marceau was like, you're fine because you're winning. And that's valid. Melody, you got the strength to leave Martel when you got opportunities presented to you that gave you what you wanted without Martel. Because let's be clear, Melody is the one that wanted to be on TV. Melody is the one that wanted, and none of this is an indictment. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be on TV. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do reality and all that. Ain't nothing wrong with none of that. I ain't mad at her. But understand, this is what she wanted because she aspired for more. She aspired to do more and be in a different place. That's when she got the strength to leave Martel. Because let's be clear, Martel and Melody been doing this dance for years. The fact that, and I've told y'all this before, and if you paid attention to what Carlos said in part 1 of the reunion, he sort of broke it down, the timeline for y'all. The fact that Melody and Martel were separated. They were separated when the show came through, when OWN greenlit the show and Carlos doubled back around and said, hey, the show has been greenlit. What you gonna do? The fact that they got back together and presented this power couple, this great life, this perfect couple for the purposes of the TV show, it tells you that Melody was willing to eat it to get to that end goal as well. And again, none of this is an indictment, y'all. I'm just telling you the facts as I see them. He's not in love with Aryan. Otherwise, he would be with her now and claim her publicly. He wouldn't have called her a peasant. Well, he called her a peasant when he was trying to save his marriage. Martel, Melody versus Quad Mariah, they are the same people. Well, now the baby mom is getting the treatment of him cheating on her allegedly. Well, yeah. But, so that's my opinion on that. And again, doesn't excuse any bad behavior at all. Just because Melody knew and kept taking him back doesn't excuse the fact that he kept cheating. Let's be clear. So when he hesitated like that, I think a lot of that was bravado and knowing it was going to get under Melody's skin. Like, I just felt like he did a lot of that to get to Melody. That's my opinion. Well, if they're supposed to be they were in a relationship at one point after him and Melody was separated. They were together, but I don't know how you could ever trust him. So then they got into the whole conversation about who knew. Now this is where this little baby, can you get that troll for me, please? This is where the shit had the repercussions and consequences on what we saw transpire yesterday and today. They started talking about who knew. Let me say this to y'all. Again, my point of view. Every man in Martel's male group knew. Well, I said that was redundant. Every man that Martel was in his little clique knew about Aryan. Knew. You're not going to convince me otherwise. You're not going to convince me that Sadar didn't know. You're not going to convince me that Marceau didn't know. You're not going to convince me that Maurice didn't know. And you're not going to convince me that they only saw her that one time and the guys tripped down to the Atlanta. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't think Letitia knew the whole time, but I think Letitia knew before Melody knew. I don't believe that Letitia didn't. I don't believe that Letitia found out when everybody else found out. I believe she knew. But let me say, I believe Kimmy knew too. But let me say this. Here's why I believe that all of them knew. Because I bet you if Melody went back in her mental Rolodex, Melody will think of times where Marceau, Maurice, and Sadar were Martel's alibi. What's up, Ebs? You don't listen, as a man, you not that good to cheat on your wife for damn near 10 years without help. I'm sorry. Not only did they know they're covering up each other's dirt, well, Kimmy has said they've seen the girl before. According to Mel's mama, Marceau was paying some of her Aryan's bills so it wouldn't be traced back to Martel. Ooh. Remember, Kimmy said she saw her too and said she was nice when she was talking to Martel and the other seasons. Melody knows about Marcel's mistresses, so it's all fair game. They're all trifling. Hey, y'all. But I'm going to tell you, but Monique, I hear what you're saying. But I believe that Melody found out through Martel after. Because, again, remember, Martel is that dude that throws everybody else under the bus. And I feel like I don't think Melody knew before. I think Melody found out after the fact, after Martel shit blew up on TV, and now Martel want to throw everybody. Because Martel can't go down by himself. Martel is the dude that's gonna get caught for shoplifting, and then he gonna snitch on everybody he ever was shoplifting with. Because he's gonna be like, well, why you ain't get him? Why you ain't get him? Why you ain't get him? We was all stealing together. Martel is that dude. So I don't think Melody knew all along. I think Melody knew after the fact. Is Sadark the husband of the woman in the burgundy dress? No, no. That was LeBaric. Oh, me and Marcel wouldn't be able to be cool after that. Well, they're not cool. They're not cool. Again, in my opinion, going back to season 2, when Melody and Martel got back together and they decided they was going to spray everybody else's tea, I believe that's when Melody might have got a piece here and a piece there. Because here's the reason why I don't think oh, hey, Lady K. Thank you for being here. Here's the reason why I say I don't think Melody knew all along. Because Melody is the kind of person that will say, well, if all your friends are cheating on their wives, what are you doing? And remember, I don't think Martel wanted that kind of heat. Whereas Letitia will believe whatever Marcel tell her ass. And remember, Kimmy and Maurice were dating for a lot of that time period. They weren't married. Remember, they just got married when this show started. That picture that they took in Atlanta, that Aryan posted, Aryan, whoever posted the damn picture, that picture is from 2015. I don't even know what. I mean, I'm not saying that that Kimmy and Maurice weren't together in 2015, but there's a difference between you're dating somebody and you're married. So I don't think, that's my opinion, y'all. Y'all ain't got to agree with me. But I don't think Melody had all of the details. Now, I think Melody had the ammunition because we saw how Melody was trying to come for Letitia. We saw how Melody, and we saw how they were trying to use it season 2. Because season 2, Melody was on the don't talk about me and my marriage because your marriage ain't all that train. And let me be honest with you, I like Marcel. I mean, I don't always like what come out of Marcel's mouth, but I think Marcel, I like Marcel. But that is when I believe I started thinking, okay. And I do believe what Aryan said when she said that Marcel's mistress is not going to speak out because she's still in love. Remember how long Aryan was quiet? Aryan was quiet until after that man called her. Remember? She was quiet all of season 1. She didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing. Even after the blogs outed her, she didn't say nothing for a long time. A long time. Even after he called her a peasant, she didn't say nothing. I don't think it was too long after she called him a peasant, but she didn't say nothing for a long time. Hold on a second, y'all. I don't really like that the Destiny chick. She inserts herself too much to be seen and heard. Child, they got in her business too, honey. Carlos asked all them questions. The only question that Carlos didn't ask that I feel like he let it hang was when she kept saying, no, I didn't speak because I didn't want to speak. Nobody stopped me from speaking. But then the last thing that Destiny said was, well, I didn't speak because of legal reasons. So then you did. There were reasons. Then you stopped speaking. She used the word legal. But anyway, child, if you remember Marcel's face season 1 when he was accused of cheating and said it all, child. She really didn't answer why she got divorced. But also, I think Aryan likes the attention from all of this. Oh, I do too. Right, but at first, Lady K. But at first, she said that nobody stops her from saying anything, and then she said legal. So just say you couldn't speak because it was illegal. We can respect that. You were going through a divorce. Marcel, my husband in my head. I like Marcel. I mean, don't get me wrong. Marcel say some crazy stuff out his mouth, but I like Marcel. I do. I mean, I wouldn't want to be married to him, but I like him. So let me go back real quick, y'all. Let me go back. So that's when we find out that she had been around. All the guys had met her. They had this guy trip down to Atlanta. And she was there. Now, the way they made it seem like was, oh, she just popped up. She didn't pop up. She was invited. She knew exactly where y'all were. And Atlanta is a couple of hours away from Huntsville. Nobody pops up when they got to drive 2 hours or fly in. And nobody popping up. Okay? That was very much an organized, orchestrated, arranged rendezvous. And it sounds like she was with y'all the whole weekend. Because she said she went to brunch the next day with y'all. So miss me with the, oh, I don't know. I don't remember her being there. And Marcel was like, nah, she was there. No. He was like, I saw her a couple of times. Oh, she was saying Law. I forgot her son's name is Law. Okay, thank you, Authentically Young. Then I take back what I said. That's valid. Rewind. You're right. I forgot her son's name is Law. Okay, got you. All right, I'm with you now. I thought this show was about showing the Black elite in Huntsville move and shake. All this show discusses now is infidelity. But you know what? I can appreciate what Marceau said about that last week, because you're right. It's not what we originally thought we were signing up for, but we do see they've shown us a lot of positivity, and we have seen a lot of black magic. I'm sorry. We've seen a lot of black magic on this show. Now, yes, has it gotten salacious? Yeah, it's gotten salacious, but like I was saying last week, we all like salacious. If all it showed was everybody getting along and no conflict and them building houses and going to galas, y'all be like, this show is boring, and it would get canceled. But I agree. I do agree that, y'all know I was getting sick of the Martel Melody show every week. Honestly, I believe all the husbands are cheating. That's the energy they are giving off, hence while the ladies are so combative and tense with each other. Listen. I hear what you're saying, Lady K. I don't disagree with you either, honestly. Let me tell you something. Again, I like Marceau, but Marceau's point of view is a classic cheater. And what I mean by that is Marceau's mindset, he's got that old-fashioned mindset that says, as long as I'm taking care of the house, I'm paying all of the bills, I'm making sure that you look good, and the credit card don't get declined, then you shouldn't question me. You shouldn't question what I'm doing. You shouldn't question where I'm going. You shouldn't question how I'm living, what I'm spending my money on. You shouldn't question me. And that's the energy that Marceau gives off to me. You know what I'm saying? That's that energy he gives off to me. And again, that's why Letitia is so insecure, because she didn't need no television show to make her feel like her husband was cheating on her. That's why she's so insecure. I don't know if they are cheating, but they've probably cheated. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But I also have to push back with that, because they could have quit the show. They come back for season 2. Who could have quit the show? Who you talking about, little baby? Who could have quit the show? You talking about Melody and Martel? You talking about Marceau and Letitia? Who you talking about, Chad? Marceau absolutely has that old school mindset. And that old school mindset was, let me cheat in peace. I'm taking care of the house. You don't have to worry about no bills. And that's part of the reason why he didn't want her working. That's part of the reason why he didn't want her, because when she has her own and the ability to get her own, there's a level of independence. And when she finds her independence and she finds her voice, then he doesn't have that control anymore. That's why he's so against anything that's going to give Letitia any level of independence. All the men suffer from broken father syndrome. Oh, wow. I heard Marcel was 40. There's no way. Ooh. Thank you, Willie Brown. You too, babes. Oh, you said Marcel and the rest of them. Well, I'm just saying, Marcel's not the one complaining about you. What you mean in reference to what, child? You done lost me. If he didn't like the direction of the show, he could have left, but he was bitten by the fame bug also and likes the opportunities from being on it. Well, he likes the opportunities. I don't think Marcel is concerned about fame as much as the opportunity. Because Marcel is all about the business. Like Marcel said, it's all about, he grew up poor and his biggest fear is being poor again. So I think with Marcel, it was more the opportunity. I think it was more the opportunity. I really wanted Melly's brother to spill Martel's real tea about his grinder hookup. Well, that thinking will have you at the funeral home and I'm cashing a life support check. Yeah, but a person like Marcel wouldn't marry a person like you. For that reason, he's going to marry somebody that he can control. He's going to, same thing with Martel. And let's be clear, y'all. I've told y'all I got a little bit of tea that day. I know some things, okay? Let's be clear. Prior to the TV show, Melody was that woman. Marceau is younger than Maurice. He needs moisturizer ASAP. Child. I think if Destiny was scared of Kimmy, she'd go after Jalen. Ooh, that's nasty. They do. Marceau and Martel absolutely do. And that's why they were friends at one point in time. That's why they were really, really good friends at one point in time. And that's why their wives were friends at one point in time. And again, let me say this. The biggest difference between Marceau and Martel and how they handled their wives was Martel did give Melody that sense of we are equals because we're running this business together. And I think part of that was out of necessity because we found out that Martel ass couldn't pass the damn builder's exam and Melody could. But the same thing with Martel. If you all right, now let's get to what happened down to the Instagram. Now, if we believe Aryan, the reason why Marceau is with Tisha is because he needs Tisha for her credit because a lot of those business loans are in Tisha's name. Now, if we get in our time machine and we go back to season 1, remember, there were things that were in Letitia's name. And remember, Marceau tried to say, well, it's in your name because that's your business and you don't need to go out here and work for somebody else because you have businesses in your name and you have property that's in your name. You're a property manager. You own apartment buildings and this, and that. So why would you want to go out here and work for somebody else when you have all this in your name? So we know that that's not a lot. Now, the motive behind it is not this, of course, Marceau's motive is I'm giving her own business. Aryan's motive is he using her because he need her credit. He need her name on that stuff because of the credit. But we know it's not a lie because by their own admission, Tisha did have stuff in her name. And remember, Melody even brought that up. When her and Tisha were beefing, Melody brought that up. Yep, they were having financial problems, and it's the reason they had to downgrade their home. Martel is all bronze, which is why he's out there selling body pit. Well, Letitia probably thought she would be okay as long as she could host her events. Spill the tea. I done told y'all this tea, child. I done told y'all this tea so many times that some of what I told y'all has come to pass. So for those of you who've been rocking with me and go back to the beginning, y'all know that some of what I done told y'all has come out to be true. Remember, I was the one, I told y'all before Carlos confirmed it. Remember, I told y'all that Melody and Martel were not even together when this show first started. Remember, I told y'all that they only got back together for the purposes of filming the show. Remember, I told y'all that home that they was living in and they ain't even own it at the time. Remember, I told y'all all that. Remember, I told y'all that Melody knew about the other woman a lot longer than we were led to believe in the beginning. I told y'all these things. Remember, I told y'all that Melody showed up to that woman's house with her cousin or her friend to whoop that woman's ass. We didn't find that out in the beginning of this. We found that out during filming. Y'all remember I told y'all that stuff. And when I told y'all that, I told y'all that before it came out on the show. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I ain't had no additional tea, child. Listen, I don't have no additional tea because, okay, so I can tell y'all a little bit now. I can tell y'all this now. I was getting my tea from a good friend of mine who was dating one of Martel's friends. They ain't dating no more. But they were dating, and she actually met Mel. She met Martel first, and then she actually met Melody. And baby, I can't tell y'all. Oh, that'll be a members only tea. I had to tell y'all that in members only. I had to tell y'all the members only. But she met Melody, and it was an interesting experience. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It was an interesting experience. But she witnessed some things with Melody acting a fool. Because again, remember, Melody's no angel in this. I mean, she gets the sympathy vote because Martel is just such an asshole. But Melody is no angel. She is no angel in this, y'all. Let me just be honest and tell y'all. And I'm not talking about that she cheated on Martel. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the back and forth with them. I'm just talking about that back and forth with them. You know, Martel gets the brunt of it because one, he was cheating, and because of his attitude about it. But Melody ain't no angel. Okay. So if Mel whooped Aryan's ass, why she on IG selling whoop tickets? Who? Aryan? I ain't got no. Don't do that, Tracy. Mel plays a big part, but acts like she doesn't. Yeah. I mean, again. So, like, let me give y'all this example of what I mean, because I'm not talking about Melody cheated or nothing. But here's the example I would give y'all. For example, Melody and Martel would get into an argument. Melody would put Martel out the house, right? Tell him to leave, put him out the house, and then would spend the next 3 days blowing up his phone, begging him to come back home. You know, like that kind of thing. Like she would put Martel out the house and then spend all night calling his friends, calling all over Huntsville, looking for him, wanting to know where he went. Well, you put him out. So you worried about where he went once you put him out, but you put him out. You know what I'm saying? So she would bring all of their friends into the drama. That's why I say that they knew. If you go back to the beginning of this show, if you go back to season 1, when Melody, at the beginning of the first episode, when they were at that table and Melody brought up the cheating respectfully thing. Remember how everybody's face looked at that table? And go back to people's, hey, what's up, Royal King Forever? Mwah. And go back to people's confessionals. When all of them in their confessionals said, well, we heard rumors, but, well, we knew, but, you see what I'm saying? They all knew about this. None of this was new information, y'all. None of this was stuff we didn't know. They all knew about it. But they didn't think they were going to bring it on the show. So when Melody opened up the door, they were all shocked. And even if you go back to, I think it was maybe the second or third episode where the guys took Martel out to wash the cars and they were talking to him about cheating. Go back, y'all go back and look at that old stuff. Now that you have certain information, go back and look at season 1. Go back and look at season 1. Now that you know certain things, stuff will make a little bit more sense when you go, okay. Oh, okay. Mel and Martel can honestly teach a masterclass on toxic struggle love. You ain't lying. Yeah, now I see why folks didn't tell her Martel was cheating. Like, remember when she got mad at Letitia when she said, well, you didn't check on me, you didn't come and looking for me. And Letitia was like, but girl, I ain't know that you had moved out. I didn't know things had gotten like that. And she was like, well, I kept it private. Well, how the hell you gonna get mad at Letitia for not checking on you when you didn't tell nobody? But the other side of that is Martel and Melody argue so much and they go back and forth so much that they were kind of like, oh, they fighting again? My question is, did she know it was only one person? I don't know if she knew whether she knew it was only one person, but she definitely knew who it was. She knew who Aryan was. Do you think Melody would try and use the video that Martel took of her on a date to establish a stalking cause of harassment as grounds to transition out of Huntsville with their children? Well, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think it's gonna work, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that would work unless she has other examples. Because again, y'all, for as arrogant as Martel is, Martel plays chess. And if you notice, Martel throws stuff out there, and it's not until you press him against the wall and you get him to explain what he's saying, he usually gets caught up in his words. But if people just let stuff go at face value, he would get away with a lot of shit. It's just that people don't let it go. So, like, for example, when he threw out there and he insinuated that Marceau was doing something with Melody that was disrespectful, once they pushed Martel to break it down and he had to admit that all they did was go out and have a drink. Well, I just think that's disrespectful, though, for a man to have a drink with somebody's wife. Really? So you went from insinuating that they had an affair to they went out and had drinks and you thought that was disrespectful. Mind you, it was the same night that your wife found out that you was cheating on her, and she called her friend after her mama called Marceau to say, please go find Melody because I'm worried about her because she'll need to be out there in them streets. She's upset. Really? So going back to your original question, the reason why I say that is this. Martel said he was there on a business meeting. So that sort of takes away the stalking, and that sort of adds in coincidence. Oh, we just happened to be at the same restaurant. I was there having a business meeting. You were there on a date. Now, is it bad behavior? Sure. But to establish a pattern of stalking, I don't think she can use that example. Oh, Bab said, typing like Nene. Oh, thank you, T. Mwah. Thank you, babes. Do I think Tisha has been around her? I don't think Kimmy has. Well, Kimmy said that she's met her. I don't think Tisha's been around her. When Martel said Mel and Aryan graduated from the same place, clearly he was hurt then and tried to take a jab. Sure. Do you really think that Martel would have told his children about the new brother before he turned? Sure. Let me tell you something. If there were no TV show, I don't think Melody would know about that baby. If it were not for this TV show, I don't think Melody would know about that baby, much less Martel's kids. I don't think nobody knew all this would be exposed on the show. The show was not originally supposed to be about this affair. She put right. Melody did this. Listen. And I think that was, listen. Let me go back to the beginning. I think Melody saw this show as an opportunity to get out of this marriage. I don't think Melody knew how to get out of this marriage until the show. That's my opinion. Because from the very beginning, Melody changed the trajectory of the show. Again, y'all go back to season 1. Melody changed the whole trajectory of the show. She was the one that first threw out the rumors. She was the one that first opened up the door about the affair. She did that. And not only did she do that, she also destroyed the comeback group. Go back and look at those first episodes where they were meeting about the comeback group. The person who was always defiant, the person who never wanted to try to make it work, who didn't want to try to compromise, who didn't want to try to find common ground, it was Melody. Melody destroyed the comeback group and exposed the affair because I think that was her exit plan. That's my opinion now. Remember, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. I agree with ReallyBTV. Yeah, go back to season 1. I just thought there was some contradicting things in this reunion from first. I remember when the host made a claim that Marceau made a pass at Mel in the kitchen at their child's birthday party. Hey, Shawana, did they? I think I remember something along those lines. Now that you say that, I think I remember. Yeah, but what's telling about that is Martel didn't use it as his example. Because if Martel had said, well, there was a time at my child's birthday party, ... He went straight to I thought it was inappropriate for you to be having lunch with my daughter. Having drinks with my wife. I wouldn't have anything to do with the group or Martel. So Melody was playing chess and Martel was playing checkers. Not Chutes and Ladders. Yeah, he absolutely was. Because again, and if y'all remember, if you pay attention, Martel said he never wanted to do the show. Of course he didn't want to do the show. Why would he want to do the show? He knew it was going to expose all of this. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've always been on the fence about the Marceau cheating rumors. And that's the reason why. Because once you put things on a national stage, it's really, really hard. It's really, really hard to contain. It's really, really hard. Because remember, that's what we kept saying about Martel. We kept saying that about Martel. Like, well, wow, whatever he got on this woman, the fact that she ain't saying nothing. Remember, we didn't hear, like I said, we already said that we didn't hear a peep from Martel's mistress. That whole first season, nothing. Melody was strategic in planning the show, very much so. And I'm gonna say this because again, remember, they were not together. They were not together when the show got a green light. They moved back in together. When Melody talks about the fact that she had gotten her own apartment and they weren't living together at the time, that's that time period she's talking about. They got back together for the show. Now, I don't think her getting pregnant was planned. I don't think she planned another pregnancy. I absolutely don't think she planned another. I don't think that was part of the plan at all. I think her plan was to leave Martel after season 1. I do not think that her plan was to get pregnant. I don't think that was part of the plan. Because once she got pregnant, then I think she was like, well, let me try to make this work. Let me try to make it work. Exactly, YBS. Didn't some lady lie on Twitter and say she slept with Marceau? I had a kid. Yeah. So let's talk about what Aryan said down to the Twitter, the Instagram, or whatever she said on child. She claimed that all of them know her, all of the guys know her, and that she did not pop up down to the Atlanta, that she was invited and that she hung out with them. She took that picture now let me tell you where I'm a little questioning. Marceau was the one that posted that picture. Marceau, why would you post that picture? Aryan's friend stated that she orchestrated the dropping of the recorded convo because Aryan did not want to be in the shadows. I can believe that. That apartment was decided. Yeah, I remember hearing about the apartment. What's up, Sweet Pea? Didn't plan on it at all because she had. We knew she didn't pop up. I believe she bought friends. Absolutely. And little baby, I believe the same thing. I believe she bought friends too. Now, according to her, all of the guys was cheating, and Maurice had a whole, by her description, these are her words, a whole linebacker chick down to the Atlanta that she even asked Martel later on that night, is that Kimmy? Because Marceau was with this other chick, and she was like, is that Kimmy? So do I think that them guys went down to Atlanta and hung out with some side pieces? Yeah, I do. But I also know that was 2015. So we talking about 5 years ago, y'all. So a lot of things might have happened in 5 years. Remember, Kimmy and Maurice weren't even married then. I'm sure they were a couple, but they weren't even married then. But do I think some things went down to the Atlanta? Do I think they was treating Atlanta like Vegas? What happens in Atlanta stays in Atlanta? I do. Now, why Marceau posted that damn picture, I have no idea. Because again, you already knew the context of that Atlanta trip from the reunion. Why would you post that picture? So under the picture, Martel leaves a shady ass comment about the fact that Aryan, you did a good job taking this picture, or good job with taking this picture, something to that effect. There's no way to prove that she took that picture. There's no way to prove it, but there's no way to disprove it either. Martel said she took the picture. I absolutely believe Maurice had someone there. He sure was acting. Listen, he sure was acting shifty. He looked like a deer caught in the headlights when Carlos turned to him and asked him, "Were you ever around Aryan?" He was no. See, I said there. I said he lying. He lying. Then um Then she starts dropping tea because she didn't appreciate Maurice's line. So that's what she dropped about Maurice. And first she told Marceau, I'm going to let you live tonight because you was kind of sort of like keeping it real. But tell your wife, back up off me or I'm going to have to hurt her feelings. Now, what I took that to mean is I'm going to have to drop some receipts on Martel. Now, let's be clear. She ain't dropped no receipts. I have seen nothing to prove any of this. This is her word against theirs. It's just a matter of who you choose to believe. So let's be clear. That she ain't dropped no receipts, y'all. Ain't no receipts been dropped. Shout out to the 132 in the room, please, and thank you. Thank you for being here. Go ahead and hit that like button while you're here. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, go on and hit that subscribe button, y'all. It is free 99. It is free 99. But at the end of the day, we don't have no receipts from her. Now, I'm not saying she lying. I'm just saying we ain't heard no receipts from her. Now, Maurice said he went live on his Instagram and told her that she just wanted some attention. And if she got proof, go on and drop it. He was like, if you got proof, go on and drop it. You got something to say, go on and say it. I said, oh. She calling your listen, Maurice is calling your bluff. Maurice is calling your bluff. Pete, when Martel said none of y'all being transparent, I think that was a hint that Maurice and Marceau got some infidelity in their relationship too. But Martel is the only one called out. Well, Martel been saying that. Martel, listen, Martel has been saying that. He been hinting. Listen, if you I'm keeps telling y'all to go back to season 1. He hinted at it season 1. He hinted at it season 1, but he just came right out and said it season 2. Remember when Marceau and Martel was straight up about to go to blows in that house that they was building together? Remember they went in that house and they legit like legit were about to go to blows. Like it was about to be a straight up fight. Martel was pissed. And I think that part of the reason why Martel was so pissed, because again, remember, he's a narcissist. And I think part of the reason why Martel was so pissed was, I don't understand why I'm the only one being held accountable when everybody was doing what I was doing. Remember Melody and Martel, when they were presented that united front, they were throwing Marceau under the bus. Remember Melody telling Letitia, the next time your husband is down to the hideaway, get in your car and pop up. They told her. They absolutely tried to expose Marceau. The only difference is Letitia doesn't want to know. And for as much as we want to fuss and complain about Miss Wanda, okay, Miss Wanda ain't 100% wrong in what she's saying about Letitia being naive and not paying attention to what is right in her face. Again, I'm not saying that Marceau is cheating on her, but what I am saying is you can't just discount what people are telling you just because you feel like they're coming from a place of hurt. Martel was giving me Nino Brown, New Jack City. I'm going down. Exactly. If I'm going down, we all going down. And I think it was scorched earth. I absolutely believe it was scorched earth. I also caught Martel trying to out Maurice and Marceau with that. We all went out. Yeah, absolutely. Maurice and Marceau were like deer caught in the headlights with the questions about Atlanta weekend. Yeah. And I think Martel was a little bit more, Marceau was a little more honest than Maurice was. But yeah, there was some type of inappropriate behavior. I'm not sure about cheating. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm not going to go so far as to say, because I don't know. I have my opinions. But you don't know, and you don't want to put that out there. You don't want to throw that out there if you don't have to. But there's definitely some questions about inappropriateness. Now, Letitia has responded as well. But let me be clear, y'all. Letitia's response don't move me. It don't move me. Now, I got something to say, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion. So y'all going to get ready to yell at me and be mad in the comments now. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, what I'm getting ready to say. Let me preface. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. This is going to be an unpopular opinion. At this point, they need to go on and let Aryan come on the show. And what I mean by come on the show, we need her voice deserves to be heard. Now let me say what I mean by that. They have been talking about this woman for 5 years. 3 seasons, 5 years. Yes, she's the other woman. Yes, she's the side piece. Yes, she all of those things that she is. But it's not fair for them to continue to allow other people to tell her story. It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm sorry. And the reason why she keeps going to social media now and the reason why she's so angry now is because everybody else is spinning the narrative of her story. And I'm not saying that we should hold her in any type of like praise. That's not what I'm saying. But regardless of whether you agree with what she's done or not, that's not even the issue. The issue is other people have been allowed to tell her story for 5 years. They have talked about whether her and Martel really are together. They've talked about how long they were together. They've talked about how much time they spent together. They've talked about whether he claimed that child or not. Everything has been said for her. Hey, Sincerely Blessed. And I'm not saying that I think she should be a regular on the show, but I think that she should have had a segment on I think Carlos should have talked to her. Now, that's my opinion. At the reunion, I think Carlos should have talked to her. That's my opinion. Now, I don't think she should have been sitting on that stage. It could have been a Zoom. But I do think that she should have been able to say her piece. You're going to talk about the woman for 3 years, for 5 years. The show been going on for 5 years now. 3 seasons, 5 years. Let me see. Let me go see how mad y'all are at me for saying that. This is the Oprah Winfrey Network. They lucky they getting this much exposure. Well, she has an IG page that gives nothing, so she gonna get something. He cheated with several women. There's no side that needs to be told. It works probably be better for her if she didn't go on the show. Yeah, I don't want her to be on the show. I'm just saying for the reunion. I think that line of question about Aryan was Carlos' way of possibly testing us and our response because he may be thinking of bringing her on the show. You know, Carlos likes messy production. Yeah, but Melody already said no. You know, Melody is an EP, and Melody has been very clear. If she come on the show, she's quit. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm gone. So I don't think so. Aryan can live on the phone like Jamal. Well, that's true. Wouldn't that be up to Martel? He's the one not holding her. But I think Martel wants her on the show. At least he wanted her. Martel wanted her on the show. Remember, we had her voice on the show last season. He was pushing the envelope with that. Martel wanted her on the show. I don't know if he still wants her, but at one point he wanted her on the show. I had to drop down, agree with you on that one. It's her story, their story that she jumped her happy self into. No likes or cares about a mistress. Look at Portia's show ratings. Well, that's true. It would probably be better for her if she doesn't go on the show, but I'm here for her making an appearance. The show hasn't been on for 5 years. Yeah, about that. Somebody Google it for me, please. It's been close to 5 years because we've had 3 seasons. And remember, they had season 1, and then they came back and they started giving us season 2, and they had to stop season 2. And then they brought back the rest of season 2, and now we have season 3. It's been about 5 years. It's been about 5 years. Maybe not 5 years on the nose, but it's been about 5 years. If Mel doesn't come back next season, I can see Carlos put. Oh, if Mel doesn't come back, he's going to bring Ari. Mark my words. Let me tell y'all what I know. And I don't know this to be a fact. I'm just saying what I know because it's in my head what I know. If Melody Holt does not come back to Love and Marriage Huntsville and Aryan would like to come on the show, Aryan will be on the show. And I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why. Number one, for ratings. If Melody leaves, a lot of the ratings leave with her. Whether people like Melody or not, Melody brings the ratings. People love Melody. Melody got a whole fan group. She got a whole fan club, and they love her. So if Melody leaves the show, a lot of her fan base leaves with her. But if y'all tell that same fan base, even if you just tease it, Aryan might only be in 3 scenes the whole season, but people will be waiting for those 3 scenes to drop. Right. The same reason why they brought Kaya on there. She should come on the show. Mel would never let that happen. No, Mel's not going to let that happen. What's up, number 1 Eagle fan? No talk needed. Affair plus affair. Born child divorce. I wholeheartedly disagree because as a mistress, this is what your actions get you. She wants to be made a victim, and she is no victim. For 5 years, she dealt with a known married man. No, she ain't no victim. No, she's definitely no victim. I already know how you feel, Abby. I already knew how you felt, child. I hope we done talking about Aryan after the reunion and everyone else need to be transparent. See, that's the thing. EPs have been fired. What is Melody's storyline besides arguing with Martel? Bring Aryan so she can stir the pot. Just allow her to shake a wing and leave. She should take the deal Bravo is offering her once again, allegedly. Who offering? Who? Child. They started filming in 2017, but it didn't air until 2018. Okay, so 3 years. All right, I was off a little bit. So they started filming in 2017. All right, I was off a little bit. 3 years. Well, really 4 years. We got 2022 is next month. But, okay. No, she can't get to... Okay. She has had a right to tell her story. She needs to be on Side Chicks, her husband. Not Side Chicks, her husband. Well, she claimed that her best friend is the one that won her really good, not best friend, but she claimed that it's her really good friend that's dating Marcel. So maybe they could have their own show, child. Would the show survive without Melody? If they bring on Aryan, it will. What would Aryan contribute? She taunted the wife. Not Side Chicks. Okay. I want her to pop up at one of the kids, but no, we don't want that to happen. See, no, that's how people go to jail. No, I don't want that to happen. No. But here's the thing. What we could absolutely show, here's where we could bring her on the show and she would have a storyline. We could absolutely center it around Martel juggling the co-parenting with his 4 kids with Melody and with her. We could juggle it with, we could bring in the blended situation. They can make it work. Ain't nobody gonna film with her but Martel. Like I said, she don't have to be on a regular. She don't have to be on as no regular. Ain't nobody gonna film with her but Martel. The Tisha messy ass will film with her. You know Tisha messy. Her ass will film with her. It's been 3 years. Okay, thank y'all. I was wrong. I said 5. It's been 3-4 years. Okay, I'm right. I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. I apologize. My time was off. I swear it felt like it had been longer. But 3 years. Okay, my timeline was off. Yeah, exactly, Tracy. Tisha petty ass would film with her. I want to invite you to my event so I can get to know you a little bit better. She sure would. She sure would. So listen, Aryan, she's trying to get people over to her YouTube channel. She said that she is going to drop all the tea when she gets to her 1,000 subscribers. Maurice said, hit me with your best shot. Whatever you think you know, whatever you think you don't know. We're going to see, y'all. I'm going to be honest with y'all and tell y'all that I don't think she has. No, let me rewind that. I think she has information, but I don't think she has as much concrete proof, or as we like to call it, receipts. I think she may have maybe text messages between her and Martel, but I don't think she has a lot of concrete proof of anything, unless she's telling the truth about her friend being Marcel's mistress and she can convince her to come forward. Now, let me tell you what will break the internet. Well, at least in the Love and Huntsville world. If someone ever came forward and said they were Marcel's mistress, bae, that would blow this whole thing up. That would blow this whole thing up, y'all. Do you think Maurice would try to sue her? Or I could see him sending a cease and desist, suing. I mean, the only way he could sue her, I mean, not the only way, but I mean, I guess he could try to sue her for defamation or slander, but that's so hard to prove. So, especially when you're a quote unquote a celebrity, and any lawyer she gets would just argue that he's a public figure. It's so hard to prove. It's so hard to prove. I personally think she's just gonna regurgitate whatever. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think she has a lot more than what she's given us, honestly. I think she has a lot of what Martel has told her, which is why I wouldn't oppose her being on the show. I want to know what lies he told her. Who was with her on the trip? I think she came with friends. Yeah, I think she came with friends too. Like I said, she might have friends that will share, but I don't think she has any like concrete receipts. But that's my opinion. I could be wrong, child. If Marcel has a side piece, Maurice knows about. Oh, absolutely. All three of them do. Listen, all three of them have secrets, okay? And Sadaric too. Sadaric too. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Well, listen, y'all, that was just episode 2 of the reunion. We still got a whole nother episode Saturday. And I feel as though between now and Saturday, we are going to get a whole lot more of Aryan. She's mad. She's angry. And I think she's angry because, like I said, she feels like her story is being told for her. You know. Because Melody even posted something today about how Martel wasn't with her during the pregnancy and how he slept at home. He didn't sleep at her house. And I'm like, Melody, why are you still arguing with this woman? Why are you still arguing with this woman? What about Tiffany and Lewis? Child. So Tiffany and Lewis, look, here's my piece on Tiffany and Lewis. I think Kimmy summed it up when Kimmy said, when she kept saying, we're here for transparency, but you were being transparent about other people's business, not yours. So you were being transparent about what my son was doing. You were being transparent about Destiny and her marriage, but you weren't being transparent about your business. I think the realest conversation we saw Tiffany had was when she did have drinks with Destiny and she opened up about being, not being in foster care and not knowing her pay or being adopted or something like that. But even then, that was self-serving because it was almost as if she was there to tell Destiny, girl, don't worry about, the fact that you were in foster care. I was in foster care too. I still feel like that was very self-serving. And I think Marcel was very valid in what he said about you are not an expert on marriage just because you've done it before. You are an expert on divorce. And I'm not judging you because you got divorced, but you're not an expert on marriage just because you did it. You're an expert on divorce because that's what you've done. And the fact that you've remarried, you just literally celebrated your 1-year anniversary. Me and Tisha been married for 15 years. Like there's no comparison. You know, it's you know what I mean? So again, don't have to agree with everything that Marceau said, but I think his points were valid. I think his points were valid to say, y'all are sitting here. And he was like, well, I see some things you don't see. No, Marceau sees it. Marceau knows exactly what Marceau was doing. Marceau knows exactly what Marceau is doing. I mean, anyone can give advice on what not to do. Right. I mean, because again, what everybody has to remember is that every relationship is different, right? Marceau knows what he needs to do for his relationship with Tisha. Marceau knows what he's doing. We don't have to like what Marceau is doing. We don't even have to agree with what Marceau is doing. But Marceau knows what he's doing. He knows who he married. He knows who he married. He knows what he's doing. You know what, Charmaine, I think that's part of it too. The money, Martel was paying bills, and we know Martel ain't got no money right now. The only issue they managed to cook up was a haircut. Even when they did that, they tried to prove they had a better couple, a better, right. I mean, and like Marcel even said, that ain't even that big of a deal, which I did think it was a big deal, but it wasn't that deep. I mean, that's not divorce court stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's how I feel about it. If she like it, I love it. And Marcel knows that she's not going anywhere. Tisha's not going anywhere. So Mel was paying bills. Well, Lewis truly back. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He lost a whole lot of that a whole lot of that backbone, child. He sure did. He sure did. He lost a whole lot of that bravado. That chutzpah. Cause Kim, and it was what's funny was it wasn't even Maurice that checked him. It was Kimmy. Kimmy was the one that was like, "Well, take that shot, bruh." Oh, the sound. Okay, hold on, y'all. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Yeah, Kimmy was the one. Kimmy was the one that checked him. Not even Kimmy was the one that checked him. Oh, thank you. Kiss My Cheeks TV. Thank you. Kamisha Reviews in my overlay. She's a YouTuber and she does graphics and stuff like that. Yeah, Kimmy was serious. Kimmy was like, I mean, go on and take that shot, bruh. Because I really understand. I didn't understand what you was talking about when, we was all in each other's face and it was one thing. And then you got back home and it was all, they better be lucky I didn't. Well, do what you got to do. I said, I know that's right, Kimmy. Child, that Baltimore came out of Kimmy. Tisha is never leaving Marcel. Ever. Mm-mm. I feel like even if we found out and we had proof that Marcel was cheating, I feel like they would. I feel like all Marcel would have to do is agree to go to counseling and they make up. All right, y'all. Let me get ready to get out of here. So let me pull the name of the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. This is day 6. This is a members only giveaway. If you are a member, you are eligible to win. Your name is already in the box. If you would like to become a member and be eligible, you my moms are going to drop the link, and if you become a member, you will be eligible for this is a 12 days of Christmas giveaway, so you'll be eligible for days 7 through 12. Okay, you in Baltimore? Yeah, that Baltimore came because I believe Kimmy lived in Baltimore. I know she lived in Silver Spring for a while. Child, that other side came out of Kimmy. What's up, Miss T Velocity? So yeah, either Abby or little baby gonna drop the link if you want to become a member and become eligible for the gift. Now today's gift will be coming from, what's up, Star? Today's gift will be coming from Empowered Tees. I've purchased t-shirts from them before. Empowered Tees is a company owned, again, it's Black owned business, small business t-shirt company. It is owned by one of my chapter sisters, my Star. And we're gonna pull a name out and you will win a t-shirt from them. You're gonna win a t-shirt from them. I know I got my moms doing double duty, but if somebody can find, I think it's empoweredtees.com is the website. There you go. There's the membership link. If you would like to become a member, there's the link. Back to hiding. Well, thanks for dropping down and saying hi, babes. I appreciate it. And Empowered Tees is the company. Somebody will be winning a t-shirt from them. And here's the name. I'm pulling the name out the box. New Jones. New Jones is the winner. So I'm going to put it on my community wall. But if anybody sees New Jones floating around these YouTube streets, please tell her to hit me up. New Jones, if you're watching this in the replay, I need you to email me at ReallyBThePodcast@gmail.com. Oh, there she is. New Jones, I need you to email me at ReallyBThePodcast at gmail.com. I need you to email me an address for me to send it to, a name you want me to use. You can make up a name, I don't care. And I don't hold on to any of this information. And your t-shirt size. Let me know what size you would like the shirt in. Let me know the size you would like the shirt in. And I will be putting that in the mail in the next day or so. So, Empower Tees was the winner today. New Jones, thank you guys so much for being here. We got up to 130 something people in the chat today. I think that's the highest. No, that's my second highest live number. The highest live number I had was when we were talking about Escape SWV. I got up in like the 200s that day. It scared me. I was like, oh my goodness, where all these people come from? But 130 people. That's definitely my highest, my second highest. So I want to thank everybody who was here again. Please hit that like button on your way out. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. It's free 99. I appreciate it. And to all of the people who share my video, thank you, and thank you again. And I will see y'all later. I'm out. Peace.